So it's been 3 months since I built this crazy beast over there. And today I'll be sharing how it held up, what I love and what I don't love, and what I'd improve. So for you that haven't seen the video that I built this thing, I'm rocking an AMD 9950X and the motherboard is an Asus X670 ProArt version. RAM G.Skill Trident Z5 Neo 64GB RAM, and the graphic cards is the Asus 4080 Super ProArt version. Yeah, that's like my little baby. And I don't play games. So how it goes. First thing, let's talk about the pros, like what I really like. My main tasks are music making and video editing. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't play games, so I don't know how it works. I'm sure it rocks. That thing is like 4080 for games is too much. So for music, that thing is a bass. Sometimes I had some problems with audio, but that was due to my sound card drivers. I mixed and mastered a song that I produced the past month, and I remember from my laptop that when I was getting to the mixing after 30-40 plugins, it couldn't hold up, even in 1024 buffer size. With this PC here, I started mixing. I can say I had around in total 200 plugins, and I started hearing pops and dropouts. I'm like, oh shit. But then I realized that my buffer size was at 128. You're not supposed to have a 128 buffer size when you're mixing. Let's do a stress test in Ableton. So this is currently running at 32 buffer size. Let's delete some channels. I heard more some clicks. So with 32 buffer size, it can run 71 Diva channels. Let's use Serum. So I'm currently at 36 channels. So it can run 56 Serum instruments without any clicks. So now let's do the test at 1024 buffer size. Okay, I'll just keep duplicating the whole project. Hey. So at 1024 buffer size, it can run 200 channels of Serum. And now let's do the same test with Diva. So it can run 161 channels with Diva. I wanna do the test again. So what I do now is that at 512 samples, I run one instance of Diva and one instance of Serum. Okay, I can hear some clicks after 250 channels. So that means 125 Divas and 125 Serums. Tell me, what do you think about this thing here? I also want to check the RAM usage. 33.6 gigabytes of RAM currently are being used. Not bad. If you're a music producer or a mixing engineer or a mastering engineer, you can understand what I'm talking about or how powerful this thing is. The other thing that I do is video editing. Sometimes projects are getting quite heavy. And I also do color grading. Sometimes I apply, sometimes I use noise reduction that it's quite heavy for the CPU. But the difference is that when I was rendering 4K videos in my laptop, the average FPS of rendering per second was 1, sometimes it was 0, 4, I don't know, 0.5, something like that. with this thing here, sometimes it goes at around 120 frames per second of exporting. But I would say the average is around 30. I can render a video that I have already rendered just to show you how it performs. So that's a video. The settings are MP4 codec 8264 encoder NVIDIA, of course, 4K 25 frames, quality best. Yeah, that's it. Let's render this shit. Duration 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Add to render here, and I'm gonna have this thing here open. So I hit render. So now it renders with 90 frames, 65, 76. CPU at 10%. GPU at 90% of usage. 125 frames per second. Okay, completed in 1 minute and 13 seconds. So I'm curious to see how much time it's gonna take to render 20 seconds of a video, but with noise reduction. Yeah, the settings are better. That means it's gonna use more CPU power. And a new DaVinci Resolve feature, the Ultra NR, Ultra Noise Reduction. Let's do that on better to motion blur. Okay, I like that. So let's render 20 seconds of video with heavy noise reduction. So let's hit render. Oh, 4, 5. For 20 seconds of video, it took 1 minute and 40 seconds. For 20 seconds of video, crazy, This thing is Mr. Beast. So now you can understand how powerful this thing is. So now that I showed you what is the power of this thing, let's talk about cooling and noise. The problem with having a very powerful PC is that they need a lot of fans to cool down the whole system. Right now I'm having 10 fans inside the case, so temperatures are quite good. Like I did the stress test the other day and max temperature was 70 degrees Celsius on CPU, and in GPU the temperature was 65. On the other hand, sometimes it gets quite noisy. I'll just leave my camera here. That's the open part, like you can, this is open here. So here's the noise. If I put it on silent, let's set it on turbo mode. And full speed. Yeah, this is like everything is maxed out. Also, one more downside with this PC is the dust. The more fans you have, the more air is flowing inside the case, so that means more dust. I also discovered that it has this thing here for dust. Any other downsides? Yeah, like the weight and how big the thing is. Overall, this PC has exceeded my expectation and it's worth investment. So if you have any questions about the build, you can drop them in the comments and I'll answer to you shortly. So now that it's Christmas, I was thinking of decorating the house. Here inside the room, I'm not gonna put anything. Maybe I'll put my little tree. I don't need to decorate because it's being already decorated by the PC. Bruh. So this is the tree. It runs on batteries. Can you see that? Where should I place that? I'll place it here. It has a vibe, So I'm thinking of putting some solar lights outside Yeah.
Feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I wanna miss you Merry Christmas. I wanna miss you Merry Christmas.
So that was the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, otherwise you will miss me. I apologize for my voice because I'm sick. Adios amigos.
Feel like this forever.